I'm Kyle Anderson here with Juliet Cunningham backstage at EW PopFest, joined by some very lovely comedians who just did a phenomenal improv show. Can you guys introduce yourselves as we go around?
Matt Walsh.
Kate Lambert.
I'm Darcy Carden.
Colton Dunn.
Yay!
Yay!
We needed the yay. Yes, yay.
Okay, now here's a question. Do you guys remember, you just walked off stage a few minutes ago. Do you remember anything that happened?
Ooh, good. That's such a good question.
Yes, go ahead. What do you remember?
Can I say it on the air?
Go as far as you want.
Yeah.
Is this
Like-
radio?
Yeah, stretch it out.
Well, I
Get
remember
after
that
it.
somehow I started a scene and I was able to use my actual surprise with
Yes,
what the
that's
premise of
true.
the scene was, when the scene was that I was going to try to win a blowjob contest.
Yes.
And
You were surprised.
I was trying to
surprised
murder
that-
my wife, which I didn't
that's
know when the
true.
scene started.
Yeah.
Okay.
She was
Yes.
reading my diary.
We were married, yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I guess I was like a kid. Yeah, I remember. I remember bits and pieces. But we are all very drunk, so
Oh.
Yeah, we were. Yeah, they
As
get
you
you
should be.
pretty liquored up before you go on
Yeah.
stage. They
Sure.
kind of force it down your throat.
It's aggressive. It's aggressive, yeah.
Are
the
there,
amount of shame drinking that goes on here.
I would say, are there minor like blackouts when you are on stage where
little
then it's like you don't realize what you're even saying or where you're taking the?
I think I don't know if this. In a way, you almost like have to do that. Like if you overthink it, then you get stuck in some sort of weird. Like
Yeah.
I mean, not to say blackout,
think-
but you almost have to kind of like free your mind.
I think it's
and
the only
vote.
way to explain that racist tirade that Adam Pally went on that you guys will probably hear about in the news in the next few days.
Oh, no,
Just
I
that-
heard he's a huge racist.
Yeah, he just would not stop. Just going
Blame it on
after
the blackout.
every racist thing you could think
Yeah,
of.
right.
It was horrible.
Yeah, it was ugly. Got very ugly for a while. There was like 10 minutes of crying on stage.
Wow.
But we healed. I think we healed through
I think
it.
we
as a
did,
group.
We did,
Yeah.
yeah. We did.
You guys all seemed
I
like you
gave
recovered
Adam Pally
nicely.
a hug,
Yeah.
and
And everybody
everything was.
stood up.
Everybody stood up. Rodney
Yeah.
King came out,
How?
which
Yeah.
was weird. I
Which
thought he
was-
had passed away,
And
but he's
no,
back.
no,
And
his ghost very
his
active.
ghost came out and said,
Very
he
active.
said Happy Halloween.
And then we threw
Can
soft
we all just get
frisbees
some
into the
candy?
audience. That was fun.
I think the hug helped for sure. The hug.
Hugs
Yeah.
always help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all just
Now,
get
I'm curious, you guys, I mean, Matt, you in particular, you've been doing improv a while, but do you still have will you still have a bad day doing improv?
I think if you have a good cast, like we had a good cast, I was very confident it would be a good quality show. Sometimes the circumstances, like we had to switch mics, that puts a little challenge on the sort of evening. Like venues can be challenging.
Yeah.
Not the most interesting observation, but I'm sharing it just the same.
But you're doing it very thoughtfully.
Yeah,
And
that
that's-
was thoughtful.
and that's
yeah,
the- yeah,
it was
you
poetic
really
how you
got-
did
Well, we're
it.
going deep theater, yeah. So
Yeah. You really
got
changing
philosophical
logs,
for a while,
changing-
right.
I've never worn one of these. Have you ever worn one of these?
I
I
have before.
have.
Yeah.
I
Have you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like them because they're very like Britney Spears.
I was thinking Janet
Yeah.
Jackson.
Like
yeah.
I can feel a little.
Like old Janet
I'm
Jackson.
going
Yeah.
in. Yeah.
That's like the Broadway mic, right?
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
they
Or
hang it
even
on your
for this
wig?
in your
one.
little
Oh yeah, where it's
hair.
like
Oh,
glued
the
to
The one
your
on the
head.
forehead's
Yeah.
weird, right?
It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
guess you
understand
forget
how it
about
works.
it.
I don't really either.
I worked on a cruise ship, so I did those mics.
You're
a
all
lot.
about those mics.
All about those
Yeah.
mics. Big
I'm
time.
a lav guy. I guess I'm a lav
I love
guy.
a love.
Yeah, you know.
I love a lav.
You gotta
Love
love
the
love.
lav.
I personally just enjoy projection. Like even
Wow.
right now,
Wow.
I'm not using a
Just
microphone.
Just yelling.
disconnected.
This isn't me using a mic. All these people are using a microphone. I'm just yelling so loud that the serious listeners
Also,
can hear me.
psychological projection is a big one for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah,
Sure.
Yeah, just projection all over the place.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
playing as many mind games as possible.
A lot of vocal
Yeah.
warm-ups.
Yeah, so we can
you know.
still have a bad show.
Is this like a brunch with your friends where they're just like, are you just doing bits with me now? Is this like what happens to every conversation
so
you have
annoying.
in life?
It's just it's
Take it off
Just
the
become
rails
bits.
a little bit,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
I think that's fair to say.
Your friends are like, stop, please just let me
Yeah.
have a normal conversation with you.
Yeah.
Well, our friend,
Like, no.
I don't know who told it, but somebody brought their new girlfriend to an improv party, and her comment was to the boyfriend, why are they always telling lies?
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. That is what
Why are they
it is.
always lying to each other?
Why are they always lying to
That's
each
how we keep
other?
getting up in the morning.
Yeah.
That's how.
Why are they always telling lies? That's
Well,
amazing.
What's a comedy
That's
is a
actually
series of
great
lies.
comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, for a first person to walk into that craziness.
Yeah.
Yeah, why do you lie?
Why doesn't everybody? That's the better question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Darcy, I want to say that
Yeah.
I am a huge fan of yours on the television program. Okay.
Just a kiss in the microphone. Yeah.
Sure, that's fine. You're on The Good Place right
Yeah.
now. And that is a very fine show.
Thank you for saying that.
You're very welcome.
I'm so glad you are watching. And
Is
like
it, was it a, because it's sort of a strange character. You're
It
not
is.
human.
Right. Yeah.
Was it kind of hard to sort of tuck into that? Did it make sense when you read it?
It's funny that you say that because it sounds like a silly thing to kind of complain about, like to say that a character like that was hard. But the first, it was hard in the beginning because she's very non-judgmental and she doesn't really have, I guess emotions. She's kind of like mimicking what a human would be. So there was a lot of like pulling back on my part and talking to Mike Schur, like, I don't know if I'm getting this, like I don't know if I'm being like the robot that you kind of envisioned. But then she kind of gets to like have a lot of fun, as maybe you've seen if you're caught up. Yeah. So I felt like I found it at some point, but it was hard in the beginning. Oh, being an actor is so hard.
The challenges.
Yeah, I had to
Hanging
walk
with Ted
100
Danson
feet
all
to get a
day.
sandwich
I know.
yesterday.
Yeah.
100 feet to get a sandwich.
That's a lot of
God
feet.
damn it.
That's
Yeah.
unfair.
And it still had mayo.
Yeah, I said no mayo.
I know.
Note for everyone, Matt Walsh, no mayo. Well, thank you guys very much for hanging out. Thank you guys for performing here at PopFest.
Oh my
It was
God,
fun. Thank you for having us.
And I'm sure we'll be laughing at you in various circumstances soon.
I hope
With
so.
different microphones, etc.
Love
Exactly.
it. Love it.
And we'll
Let's
be
do
guys.
it.
Thanks,
with
guys.
more here
Let's
backstage
do it.
at
Let's do
PopFest.
it. Yeah, yeah.